Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first commentary video, so if it sounds a bit awkward, that's why. But I just wanted to take this time to say thank you so much for your recent support and all of you guys subscribing. I really appreciate it, and if you guys enjoy this more long form content, please let me know because I post a lot of shorts on my channel. But yeah, let's get to the Create a Sim. Today I'm bringing you a full Create a Sim family, and the CC list will be on my Patreon in the description. But yeah, so I decided to make a family kind of inspired by like a Sims 3 Generations pack. If you play Generation style or family gameplay or anything of that nature, you might want to download this family or add them to your neighborhoods or just have them around, because I'm really in love with this kind of setup. So here is the father. He is kind of like an artist, kind of like a boho kind of guy. He doesn't take life too seriously, but he loves his family and just kind of really is into the simple things in life. And as you will see shortly when I'm making his wife, they kind of contrast, and he's kind of like the pinnacle dad in a way, or like typical dad, where he's like just kind of there to be a dad in the family. So if you kind of like to focus more on the teen or the child, and this family will contain a teen, child and toddler, so you can kind of play with all of the kind of younger life stages. He will be kind of like their caretaker in a way, in the sense that he is the one that they go to. He's the more trusting one, the more loving one in the family, I guess, or that's kind of how I have it in my mind. Sorry if you can hear that in the background, there's a lot of like noise outside. But yeah, I just decided to make him have that kind of personality, and you can kind of see by the way he's dressed that he doesn't really take himself too seriously. He just kind of prefers comfort over kind of formality, and yeah, he's just enjoying life. I kind of really wanted to make this family because I'm really excited for the next expansion pack, which I hope is kind of like a Generations 2.0, although knowing the Sims team, it will most likely be a more modernized or, you know, changed up version of Generations. I mean, if we see what they've done with infants, when we really wanted improved babies, they're adding a whole new life stage. I'm sure there's going to be a few surprises thrown in our direction with this expansion pack. Honestly, I would really love things like a daycare career back, boarding schools, more stuff for elders, but I mean, all I can do is dream, honestly. But seeing what the world looks like from the concept art that they showed at the Sims Summit last year, I'm really excited, and I just want to stay positive, honestly. I feel like there's no point in constantly thinking in a negative space. I mean, all we can do is hope for the best and make do with what we have. Yeah, and you also might notice that I have less expansion packs and stuff packs and game packs in my game at the moment, in comparison to my more recent shorts, and that's because I am currently playing a Legacy in my save, so I don't have I have a lot of my packs uninstalled. So yeah, I'm just kind of doing this mainly with Get to Work, Get Together, and in fact those are the only expansion packs that I'm using at the moment for this Create Sim. And then I think all of the stuff packs and game packs released up until City Living are potentially used in this as well. So if you are someone that doesn't have all of the packs but still want to use this family, you probably will be able to use a lot of the stuff. But to be fair, I mainly use CC in this family. I'm one of those people that has a lot of the packs but then just kind of scrolls all the way to the bottom to use the custom content. So yeah, but if you did want to, if I do use any stuff that are from expansion packs, then you won't need many of them. But yeah, this is Jillian Park. You can see her here. She is kind of giving more suburban mum, and I tried to make her look kind of stern and, you know, kind of make her look like she is a bit moody, bossy. Her personality is that she was kind of like an overachiever when she was younger and developed this kind of, you know, holier than thou kind of like personality, and she feels like everyone else needs to do better around her. She has these really unrealistically high expectations, and she kind of pushes these on her children and her husband. And I feel like rather than her husband's kind of laid back approach, she prefers to take a more hands on, you need to do better, like, you need to achieve this, you need to get straight A's, no, like, doing this, you know, doing that. She really has these, I feel like she's forgotten what it's like to be young, and that leads to conflicts with her eldest daughter, Cindy. There's so many storylines that you could take this family in, honestly, but I'm just kind of giving you guys what I had in mind when making this family. And yeah, I feel like you can kind of see the structure that I'm going with here. Like, the dad's the good cop, the mum's the bad cop, the teen daughter is maybe a bit more rebellious. You can see me taking off her chest hair there. That's one thing about the high school years or update that came. The body hair is pretty good, although I do prefer using CC body hair. I'm really grateful that they added that to the game, because I know a lot of console players would have loved to have body hair before, and now that they have it, and I'm glad that they added it even if you don't have high school years. As you can see, I don't have high school years installed at the moment. But yeah, this is Cindy Park. She's kind of like the it girl of the school, or it girl of her like age group, depending on what packs you have and stuff. But she's kind of Miss Popular. She has a lot of friends. She's really likable. She's also kind of trendy. I tried to kind of put that across, but I feel like trends change all the time that I just don't keep up. I just kind of dress my Sims how I want them to dress, or in a timeless way, if you will. But yeah, I feel like she looks like a really good mix of both of her parents. Like, I feel like the genetics there worked really well. I did kind of tweak her face a bit because the Sims 4 genetics is not top notch. You know, sometimes they just don't look like either of their parents. You know how the chin tends to disappear in the Sims 4. So I did do some tweaking. I feel like if we get, I mean, I know we're getting a Sims 5, but I feel like if they make one change to the Sims 5, it should be genetics. I feel like genetics in the Sims 4 is quite weak. And when I do go back to play The Sims 2 and even The Sims 3, The Sims 4 genetics just aren't really great. I feel like I have to do a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to making my Sims look more like their parents. And I also love how in The Sims 2 they're like full on like dominant and recessive genes. And, you know, your kid could end up having one of the traits that their grandparents had and stuff like that. I really love the detail that they had in the older Sims games, and I really would like to see more of that come through in the future for The Sims. But yeah, you can see Johnny in the background. He is more geeky. I feel like his mother probably prefers him more than Cindy. He's more ambitious, I guess, gets good grades, doesn't get into trouble, but when he's a teen, you could probably turn that storyline into something different. Who knows? But yeah, and then you can also see the youngest child, Polly Park. I feel like everyone in the family loves Polly Park. She's a baby of the family, she's a little charmer, and I'm sure you'll probably fall in love with her as she grows up, and yeah, you could take her storyline wherever you want as well. But yeah, I want to say thank you so much for watching. If you want to download this family, you can get them on the gallery, and the CC list is in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.